found out. Ugh. So, instead of trying to live my life the way you're supposed to, by, oh shit, I better do the things that I thought were worth doing before I die, I found a different goalpost. I set a goalpost for myself. I'm pretty sure it's a Nietzsche concept, eternal recurrence, that the way that the world folds and unfolds does so in an identical manner each time that it does so. And at the time, that was the scariest thing that I could think of. So I tried to align my life in such a way that not only would I do all the things that I wanted to do it with my life, but that I would do so in such a manner that would make it worthwhile to do that in an infinite amount of times. Now that sounds impossible to do, and you're close to right. So how does one go about doing that? Well, I followed Taoism and I took it seriously. And what that means is that I had an acknowledgement that the world knew better than I did. And whenever it presented me with opportunities, particularly scary ones, I would make the choice that was most entertaining or most exciting. Consequences be damned. And sometimes the consequences were bad. And that's okay, because they had to happen that way. The thing that was guiding me did not lead me astray at all, ever. And what I did, the more I saw, the more I committed to it. And so I just kept, there's a Rick and Morty meme, and it's about Jerry, where he's like, I just kept crawling and it just kept working. Like whenever the Galactic Federation or whatever takes over Earth as part of the Empire, and Jerry is just a sniveling yes man, and he just keeps getting promoted over and over and over again. And to be a sniveling yes man to people that you view as either inferiors or misguided or whatever, that's fucked up. Like, oh, that asshole over there is exploiting people and has a bunch of money on account of it. Maybe if I kiss his ass, he'll give me some of that money. No, fuck that shit. Get out of here with that shit. But the thing that I was sniveling and following, the thing that I yielded to was a higher power. I don't know what to call it. It doesn't have a name or a title or a word or whatever. Like, all of the religions try and all of the religions fail because words can't express it. But it's real, and I made friends with it, and it would grant me my true will that I wanted to save everyone. I thought that I had to do that for some reason. What the fuck? No, it was selfishness. That's the reason. I did it because I was fucking selfish. I wanted to have a world that I felt comfortable in, where people were nice to each other. I wanted peace. I wanted love and happiness, all the good shit. And I wanted everybody to have it. And from what I can tell, everybody does have it, or they have. It's not my place. God provides for it. The ineffable thing. It's not a thing. I'm using words again. Provides for everyone to the maximum extent. And I'm waiting for the day that we can collectively acknowledge that. And that's the thing, like, I keep feeling like I'm shouting into the void that no one can hear me or nobody can pat me on the back. And you know what? I fucking deserve it. I feel like I put everyone through hell. And I could articulate that, but I don't want to. Feel better. I feel a lot better. There's no one for me to be mad at. I am lonely. I'm real lonely. And a lot of that's my fault. Because I don't know how to treat people. I do my best. I normally don't apologize for things. But I do want to apologize. And I'm not sure what it's for. Just for whoever needs to hear it from me. I love all of you. I'm off work for a couple of weeks. I'll do my best to make some more of these. It's hard, like, things that I'm trying to remind myself of, like, Randall, no one's gonna pat you on the back for these videos. You're not getting paid in attention or money. You're getting paid in quality of life. Because my quality of life is good. And that should be the only reward that I need to keep this going. But the treadmill of like doing a 9 to 5 and all that it's crushing me, and I don't have a financial off ramp for myself, and I don't want to financially burden the people around me. And I've wasted my life on a type of art that you can't monetize. Like, I have an ethical issue with monetizing this type of content, and I don't have art skills to do anything else. I'm hyper focused and hyper specialized on this one thing, and so I feel like I've shot myself in the foot, because if I didn't have to worry about my finances to exist, then I would be able to be more creative at leisure. And like, the clock is ticking. Like, I've thought in the past that, like, oh, if I had a bunch of free time, then I'm totally gonna piss it all away jacking off and playing video games. Well, I'm struggling to connect with fundamental behaviors. I struggled writing out my bills. That's why I'm not at work right now. I'm struggling to schedule an appointment with a therapist. I'm like, I don't have a lot of options of how I could spend my time right now. So I get pressed into a corner where I'm like forced to do that. That's part of what I was talking about earlier, where like, this isn't exactly something I want to do. I feel like I'm abiding my true will when I do it, and that alleviates pain and discomfort of existence when I do such behaviors. So that's, I think, what Thelema was trying to express in what it looks like to do one's true will. It's a funnel. And we're allowed to take whatever, it's like a cone of sorts. And you're gonna get to the point. If you're following it, you're gonna get to the point. And you stay inside the cone, because whenever you're outside the cone, it hurts. And the actions that you take while inside the cone changes the shape of the cone. And so, like, it's all perfect. The mechanism that we're all progressing through, like, whomever designed it was really good. They really, you're just gonna have to take my word for it. And there's an apex, and I'm assuming, it's like passing through the eye of the needle. And then on the other side, there's another cone, and I'm out there, and the world is perfect, and I can't fuck up. Except that I kind of can, because when you go through that apex, you don't have to return here. You could peace out, but then you lose all of this. There is no longer, you have to abandon your cloak, your ego, and everyone you ever knew in the whole world. Not like, or at least that's the way I was propositioned or threatened I was like, oh, no, 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 I love people, I'm coming back. And so as per being on the other side, like, I have a job to do, and that's dragging the sack through the eye of the needle, and that's what I'm apologizing for. That I'm sure a lot of people are getting fucking mangled in the meat grinder. Go watch the Star's Journey. Like, yeah, watch out for the meat grinder. I had to go through that too. Like, I'm not. I was a guinea pig or something. Like, I don't know, man. Um, Canary in a coal mine, and like, I feel like it adjusts its parameters whenever I'm gonna fucking kill myself. It pushes me to the brink all the time, all the time. Um, but like, I'm okay with it because it knows better than I do. Like, Randall's not that bright. He's a smart dude. He's smart by human standards. He's a okay guy. Um, but um, whatever's fucking with us, it loves us, and it wants us to do good. It wants us to succeed.